Hello guys, Zearth production here. It's been a while since I last posted a video on indices analysis. So today is going to be my first video after a long time, right? So I'm going to talk about indices only for this video. So the first indices that I want to talk about is the SNP500. So let's take a look at the SNP500. Alright, since the 2nd of November, we have been in an uptrend for a while. So I think there have been weeks that I say that it's a bullish or it's a bearish, and things goes the other way, right? So this is kind of common because if I were to update something via text, right, I can only share a little bit of my perspective for any particular market. So let's take a look at the S&P. For the weekly chart, we can see that the market has been going sideways for a few weeks. So market has been ranging around the 3753 region and the 3830 region, right? So despite that, the market actually broke above and created a new high, and then it got rejected a little bit, right? So let's zoom into the daily time frame. So we're seeing a pretty bullish channel that has been formed over the past 2 months, and it is currently still looking pretty healthy, right? However, the keynote that I want us to note from this particular market is the resistance around this region. So as we can see from the chart, market tries to break up on Wednesday, right? Market tries to break up on Wednesday, it hit a new high, and on Thursday, after it breaks another high, there are a little bit of signs of rejection. And on Friday, it's not a big surprise that we're seeing a little bit of sell down. However, after the sell down in the morning, I think the market recovered a little bit during the US trading hours. And what this means to us is that we can say that this region, 3820 to 3840, is a decent support. So if we are trading next week, this will be the key areas that we want to take a look at, right? And I have this legend that says potential rebound spot or key support or resistance, right? So I'm just going to pull this and pull it over here, and this is the key regions that we want to take a look at, that we are really interested in. So the 3814 to 3835 region. 3830, 3835 region. So if the market drops on Monday and is supported at this point, we are going to take this point as a reference, as a platform, as a floor for the market to push up further higher, right? So this is what I would expect if the market drops to here and it holds. I would expect the market to rebound and go higher, creating a new high, maybe all the way to 3.9K. However, if the market were to drop to this point and it breaks, I'm going to look for opportunities to short all the way to, at the very least, 3780 region, because this is the next support area, right? We have a sloping support forming, so if it drops, it will likely come and retest the sloping support, or perhaps it may, come down all the way to 3760. So this 3760 to 3780 is the next level of support, right? So unless this region that is the key for this upcoming week is broken, do not look for any shots. If this is broken, look for shots to this area. So since we are in a pretty bullish uptrend formation, there's no reason to talk about big shots all the way to 3670, right? So unless these two key areas is broken, then you should stay on the long side. So if you're looking for a long, you can long if this area is held, or long if the price comes here and rebounds. If you're looking for a short, if this area is broken, short all the way to 3680 maybe, and then wait for the market to tell you what to do. So in my weekly updates, I usually update on the S&P, UK 100, and the HSI. So I'm going to do the same for this video. So let's go to UK 100. Right, so UK 100, I think for the past few weeks, I've been saying that it's likely going to drop and etc. And yes, the market did drop. The market came up, resisted, and then this week, what we're seeing is that the market is indecisive. It is not sure whether it should drop or it should rebound. So what we're seeing here is something like, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember the term correctly, this is a doji candle. So the bulls and bears, they are kind of like half fight, right? So no one is clearly winning. There's no clear direction on where the market is going to go. But if we were to look on from the daily perspective, we can see that there is a potential U-shape forming. Let me look for that too. We can see that the market is potentially forming this way, right? So we see a decent sell down, and once it comes to this 6720 region, we can see a little bit of absorption, right? We can see that the market starts going sideways here, and then there is a move to eat up people's stop loss. So the thing is, if this region holds, which I think it's very likely going to hold, assuming that tomorrow the candle is green, then we should look for opportunity to long up to the 6850 region at the very least. However, if the market opens and drops a little bit further, do not rush in for a short. Look for opportunities to long here all the way back to 6850. So unless this region is broken, there is no reason to simply enter a short, right? So if you're asking me okay, tomorrow I want to short from this point 6700 to 6600, is it possible? Yes, it is possible to short here to look for a long, but the thing is, as a trader, we want to be very sure that we are not blindly risking money in the market, right? So for me, it's if you want to take a short, then you probably should have taken around this 6800 areas, right, on the 12th of January. So if you want to enter short right now, it's a little bit too late. Maybe you can earn a little bit, but the risk is more than the reward, right? So there's no reason to blindly enter a short right now. So for UK, for the next 2 days at least, I'm cautiously bullish on these indices. Now let's talk about Hang Seng. So Hang Seng, last week I expected the market to do a pullback. However, what happened is that it went up pretty strong. It was quite bullish, right? So last week I mentioned that we should look for potential sideways and look for opportunities to short, but unfortunately I was wrong, right? It was pretty bullish. It broke through the resistance of this 28500 and 29100, and right now it's closing around 29500. So if you were to zoom out to the bigger picture, we can see that the market resisted around this 30150 region. So let's add a line and take this as a resistance, right? Now let's zoom into the daily chart. So what we can see is that from this region, 29K to 30K, that was a pretty strong upwards movement. And then on Thursday, we see a little bit of rejection, something like the S&P, right? However, due to the strong bullish movement, it is very likely that the market may still go up. But there are several factors that I want you to, take a look at. So what I'm saying here is that, again, sorry for the delays, right? Delays in getting the 2-3, because it's been a while since I last do this, so it's not so fluent. So one thing I would like you to take a note is that for this 2 candle, you can see that there's a very high volume, right? So it could mean that the sellers are finally in the market. So if you're looking for a long, right, don't long blindly on any green candle, right? If you're looking for a long, at the very least, wait for the market to come back to this region, and if it goes sideways, then you're in a good place to open a long up to 30K. However, if the volume continues to be this strong or maybe higher, and you're seeing like the market is showing signs of weakness, as long as this region 29500 is broken, if you're a day trader and etc., as long as this region is broken, this is the 1-hour chart, assuming that the price were to go up a bit and then breaks below this region again, then you can short from 29300 to, at the very least, 28600. So being patient and looking for an opportunity to short would bring you more success in the next 2 days. However, if the market is strongly supported, then by all means long all the way back to 30150 region. Right? So yep, that's all I have for this week's update. If you've listened my video from the beginning to the end, I'd like to thank you for staying. And if you have any comments or suggestions for improvement, please feel free to drop a comment in the video. If you like the content that I'm making, please feel free to like and share this video. Alright, thank you guys. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching. Thank you, bye bye, see you next week.